Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review, part 48, Grombrindal Chronicles of a Wanderer. So after a humorous Dracky Flint novel, I thought, okay, I need an OG dwarf. And who would be better than the white dwarf himself, Grombrindal? So he, like Godric, is one of the first really famous dwarves in the Warhammer universe, and I really enjoyed this one. It had action was good, the humor was nice, the dwarves were dwarfy as hell, and there were a wide variety of stories to tell because he is the Wanderer, he is the white dwarf, known to everybody, unknown to everybody, basically. This makes more sense if you know him, because everyone knows the story of the White Dwarf. Well, the Duardin and the dwarves know of him. But no one knows him really, because no one saw him, and he goes around by different names and titles. So he's basically Odin. He also went around and told, oh no, I'm not Odin, I'm Grimnir. I will test you and your hospitality. Grombrindal is basically the same. And as an old world player and fan, this kinda made me nostalgic. However, so the first half of the book are a variety of short stories, which are basically just to convey his character to us and what he's doing, well, in the mortal realms right now, and how he behaves with different Duardin. And this book just showed me why I love dwarves in the Warhammer universe. Because they are lovable bastards. And as much sympathy you can show them and the authors can show you with the characters, again with everyone else, dwarves aren't really nice beings. They're greedy, grudgeful, and so on. You know dwarves in the Warhammer world. What am I saying? But yeah, these stories venture from the Fire Slayers to Dispossessed to Caradron, and all that just amalgamates in the end to one big story with said Fire Slayers, Dispossessed, and Caradron. Not with the same characters from the short stories, or I did not pay any attention to the names in the short stories, because I just stamped them as short stories and individual narrative things. But this book just made me want to build a Duardin Alliance army. I don't know if David Guymer just plays with our feelings that we want a Duardin coalition battle tome for Age of Sigmar, because it's just so perfect. The White Dwarf himself says, even though every Duardin faction is different, they are all the same. They just use different words. The Fire Slayers might die and call it honorable. The Dispossessed might die and say it is for hearth and home. And the Caradron might die because he's under contractual obligation. So die during a battle. And the grudges are the same, and so on and so on. And the first story made me really mad because I want a Rune Mother for the Fire Slayers and the Rune Daughter. They were awesome, they were amazing, I love those. And yeah, well, there's also two lovable stories in there, both of them with the Dispossessed, which made me really sad that the Dispossessed line is so small. And they are old models. Well, it makes sense, dwarves, that they are old. So, but the first one is in the Lumineth Battle Tome. There is a section for the state of Sayar, in which the Lumineth are holding an, I don't know if it's annual, but a festival for smiths and arts, and everyone from different races, and no matter where you're from the mortal realms, you can go there, display your pieces, and maybe sell them, teach others and how you did it. And well, Grombrindal is basically just showing this one dispossessed guy who's really down because he sees the Lumineth and all their amazing stuff, in which he says, oh no, my stuff is bad and I worked my whole life on it. My father, his father's father, and so on. Everyone worked on it just to make this piece. And then this whole situation develops, and it was just heartwarming. Then we have another one in which every year he goes to the same bar. He has his own seat with his own mug there, and he taste tests basically the annual brew, which makes sense. And this over more than 100 years, and you see the daughter of the brewmaster and how she grows up basically beside Grombrindal, and she sees him every year and how he slightly changes but does not change because he's an immortal. Some might say even a god for the Duardin. So yeah, this was really nice. And the last story, which is the majority of the book, is about one family basically. And this family separated somewhere down 10 generations ago in Fyreslayer's dispossessed Caradron, and they're fighting against each other because reasons. And the reason is basically just who has the right to inherit this. And of course, this doesn't stop there. It's also against the ogres and the Everwinter, and how the Duardin are then working together, which is also very enjoyable. In this book are so many high-profile characters. Sadly, I had no indication whatsoever on when this plays, but if this is in the timeline right now, after the Broken Realms, oh no, it has to be, because Cruel Boys were there. Fascinating. Okay, first of all, Tyrion is there. They're talking. Tyrion is there, and he talks about how his brother is pounding, how his brother is basically just in his room and doesn't come out because Nagash almost killed him. Grumni is there, Sigmar is there, Nagash is there. And who else was there? There were so many. Ah yes, he's even fighting against Morathi, and he says, oh yes, I waited so long for this, while he's fighting against her. And one of the most shocking parts is he's basically just fighting against her because she wants a shard of the heart of Cain. Which is amazing. And this is just one of the short stories. This isn't only through pink-tinted glasses in which my nostalgia and love for Grombrindal showed through. Those were really, really good stories. And if my hypothesis is correct, that David Guymer is one of the authors who basically steps forward the narrative in Age of Sigmar, just like Guy Haley in 40k, this book will have repercussions, hopefully. I might be too enthusiastic or too hopeful for this, but David Guymer gave us some novels who, as I've said, stepped up the narrative. And with the upcoming Cities of Sigmar Battletome, there is still hope that the Duardin will get yeeted out of the book and will get their own grand Battletome. Even though Fyreslayers had a discussion for another day. So for all the things which were lovable in these stories, which were fun, which were shocking, Oh yeah, and Godric and Meloneth are also there. Because of course. And they have a very fun back and forth because of the Realm Slayer Blood of the Old World audio drama. But yeah, this book is for me a solid 9 out of 10 high profile character cameos. Yes, it's just made me so happy. But yeah, what are your thoughts about this book? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff because hinting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write White Dwarf in the comment section. And don't worry, the next Black Library review will be again a 40k one. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. I forgot my drink. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.